Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle. We have in-studio guests this morning, and not just any studio guests. How do I put this? The most dramatic of studio guests. We have, of course, one of my faves, Nancy Lantis, actress extraordinaire, producer, director, also extraordinaire. You have seen her and her beautiful red locks on probably every TV show imaginable. Every time I flip on something and I binge it, there she is. She's in an episode. There's Nancy. But you're doing something with your partner, Chris. Chris Leprate?
That's exactly it.
That's so not it, Nancy, but I love you just the same, Chris.
I should have saved you a long time ago, but it's Lopreet. And you are not the first.
No,
in 52 years, you're not the first. You won't be the last.
It was delightful to watch.
Can we go? It was. You just were loving the face going on.
As was I.
Can we just go with Nancy Lantis and her friend Chris?
I love that. That's what people usually say.
The amazing Chris.
Even when Nancy's not there, they say Nancy Lantis and her friend Chris.
You are involved in a show, 1984. And if that sounds familiar, it was because it was on the must-read list when I was, I want to say a freshman in high school.
I think that's about right for me too, yeah.
A freshman in high school. George Orwell was, and we were blown away. We're like, what are we reading? Mm-hmm. What are we reading? And I had to go back and reread some of it because, seriously, I'd be like, I don't understand what's happening right now. So to know that you are actually doing in play form, will we as audience members go, what's happening? Or, I mean, tell me how you're doing this.
Sure. Well, first of all, real quick, Eric Clark is the director, and he saw this done at the Actors Gang, which is Tim Robbins' theater down in Culver City, and was blown away and said, I've got to do this at some point. So he is the driving force behind this. And Chris, how are the audiences going to react?
Well, it's a very provocative play, obviously. That's a kind of a conversation starter, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, it was done in, I believe, the late 40s. He wrote the book in the late 40s.
Yeah, 1948, I believe.
Kind of seeing the future in 1984. But the funny thing was, I read it very close to 1984.
Me too.
Right?
Mm-hmm, right.
And it was an eye-opener. It was like, what's happening? What's going on? It's a science fiction-y type look. Dystopian, like, how do you help me?
Sure. Well, and also, I mean, not to get too political, Tori,
yeah,
but we can look at, some of the factions today, people today, and, wanting to rewrite history, wanting to ignore the Holocaust, wanting to change history, which is literally lines from the play, is those who control the past control the present.
Absolutely.
And things like this. And so, yes, in reading it again as an adult, as you say, I literally had to put it down for a moment and let it process that some of these things could and have come to fruition. So it's just always stay vigilant and be true.
History repeating itself, as Lin-Manuel famously said in Hamilton, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so, I mean, it's going to be intense. I'm assuming that this is for mature audiences. Am I wrong? I mean, you can't bring a 6-year-old. Would they even get it?
I don't think so. It is definitely mature content. I encourage high schoolers to come to it.
High schoolers, absolutely. Yes,
but
yes.
Younger than that, I have a 13-year-old. He will be there with his mother. So, if there are young ones coming, you probably need a parental consent or a parent next to them. But yes, there's some adult language and stuff. But it's an eye opener. I mean, it's a wonderful adaptation. Michael Gene Sullivan is the gentleman who adapted it, and it's a really interesting way of doing it. We start out, spoiler alert, non-spoiler alert, it already starts with Winston after his arrest. I play Winston, Orwell's protagonist, and he's been arrested. So the whole thing is an interrogation, and the events of the book are kind of seen in flashback, recreated by the party members, the interrogators.
Oh, how fascinating. Yeah. How fun.
Yeah.
I love that. I love a good flashback.
Yeah.
And Nance, if I may.
You may, please.
Nance.
My friends call me Nance.
What part do you have? What do you do?
Well, I am co-producing along with Eric. He knew that he wanted to have a buddy to do this with, and so we're sort of filling in in areas that he did not have resources to do so. That's all. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I just think it's a great show, and it's very powerful, and it's really exciting to be a part of it in any way.
It is very powerful. I mean, the book itself was, like I said, mind-blowing, especially when you read it in high school and you have to like reread. And then, I don't know if you guys did this, but in high school, we always had the Cliff Notes. I don't know if they still exist.
Absolutely.
It's a little yellow book.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cliff Notes, and most people would read the Cliff Notes if they didn't read the book. They thought, I'll get through the Cliff. We read the book. We read the book over again, used the Cliff Notes to try and wrap our heads around some of this. Really, I mean, it's I don't even know the word I need. Help me.
And also in the book itself, there is a section that he reads Goldstein's book, and Goldstein is the antagonist to Big Brother. He's the Brotherhood, the
revolutionary.
Rebels, the revolutionary. So there is a portion in 1984 about Goldstein's book and the pushback against the big state of Oceania, and that's where I don't think you can get that in the Cliff Notes. That is, you have to read that, and that's
absolutely you can't get it in the Cliff Notes. No, we needed all the help we could get as freshmen in high school. Trust me, Nancy.
I have a book report tomorrow. Where are the Cliff Notes?
We needed all the help because I don't think we truly understood at that point, being so young. And some of the required reading it gets a little intense, right? But I think it's wonderful that you guys are doing this, even the attempt to do it. And please tell me the cast. I know you only work with stellar cast. Honestly, Nancy, I mean, you do.
Well, and these are very brave characters too to take this on. Actors. Doug Trayer, who actually is an Eclipse Theater alum from 1999, and Brianna Bauer, David Goro, Chris Lopreet, of course, or Lopreet.
The one I answered anything.
That's right. Peter Schiavelli and Jonathan Castile, and many of them play many different characters in it as they're recreating these portions of Winston's diary, and then back into their good party member characters too. So it took a lot of work from them, and they do a great job.
Honestly, fascinating. And I hope you get the word out to current high school students, because I think this will give them a chance to really get it. Honestly, it's tough to wrap your mind around, and the fact that you guys are just even attempting to do it, I'm very impressed. And I cannot wait to see it. It shows at the Main. It opens on the 17th, which is next Friday.
No, this Friday.
This Friday.
This coming Friday.
This Friday. Do you need to wear green? Is there?
Right, you'll be taken to room 101 if you don't wear green.
It's an Irish room 101.
There you go.
No, don't wear green. Just bring the green. No. Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
You like that?
Nancy,
Thank you.
Yes, very good.
And you can buy tickets at the word 1984, numbers 84, .eventbrite.com.
Got it. I have it right in front of me. That's 19, not the number, the word 19, but the number's 84, .eventbrite.com. Tickets range from 15 to 18. Please, I can't stress this enough. If you have teenagers, in high school or college age, please bring them. I think this would be so beneficial to them. In addition, go enjoy, even if you don't have kids, even if, young adults or mature adults. The small kids, not so much. I think they'll be restless. I think they won't understand. So it is 1984. It's at the Main. It opens this Friday. It goes through the 26th, Fridays and Saturdays at 8, Saturdays and Sundays at 2. Get your tickets at online 1984, but it's the word 19, the number 84 at eventbrite.com.
Not confusing at all.
If you have, I think we're going to get it. Listen.
Yeah.
If they come to see the show, the website is the least of their worries. They've got to wrap their heads around what's going to happen in this show.
That's right. And you can go on Facebook to the Main, and there's information. You can go on Facebook to the Eclipse Theater LA page. There's information. You cannot escape it. You like that?
She just pulls them right out.
I'm telling you.
She pulls them right out like a magic trick. It's always a pleasure having you in studio, Nancy, and so great to meet you, Chris.
Nice
Thank you
meeting
so
Thank
much.
you.
Break legs to everybody. I'm sure it's going to be fabulous because you only work with fabulous people. That I know for a fact. So I know it's going to be fabulous. I hope you have sold out houses. It opens this Friday. Do not miss it. It is 1984 at the Main, right here in Newell on Main Street. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thank you.